You're listening to the Scottish Football Forum's podcast Euros Special, the home of Euro 2024 banter.
From Glasgow to Berlin, we're here to see the Scotland win. And now we're scoring the goals, and we score one or two. McGinn will score a few, and then we'll beg you some more. We're going to Germany.
Hello and welcome to this latest Euro special of Scottish Football Forum's podcast, and we're on YouTube. This will be the first of many YouTube content that we are producing for the Euros. I'm John, I'm host for tonight, and I'm delighted to be joined by a man who's already well and truly on his way to Germany, but not by plane, not by train, not even by bus, but by foot. Yes, I've got Craig Ferguson, who has decided to do a more than 500 miles walk. It's over 1,000 miles from Hampden to Munich. Craig, welcome to Scottish Football Forum's podcast. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm really excited to sort of sit down with you and have a chat. But no, I'm doing really well. Like I said to you before we started recording, my feet are a little bit tired after today's, I think, 26 miles it was. But overall, mate, I'm doing really well. Really well, thank you.
That is some effort to have done come this far. And what made you want to do this in the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, well, the origin story, I guess, of this like a mad trip, it was a bit of a funny one, to be honest. Like I've said to some people, it sort of started as a joke and spiraled into now what will have been like the biggest journey of my life. But just to back to that sort of start of the whole plan, it was a funny one. I was sat on a phone call with one of my best friends, and he was like, right, Craig, we need to think about how we're getting to Germany next summer for the Euros. And I think thousands of men down the country would have been having the same phone call, you know, how are we getting to Germany? Well, he stupidly suggested, he said, tell you what, and I was like, aye, away you go, I should walk, that's funny. And then basically it fizzled out from there, nothing happened. But I don't know what it was about that phone call, something sat with me and I was like, imagine I actually did walk. And then I thought about all the possibilities, the journey and the possibility for fundraising for such an amazing cause. And well, fast forward, about 6 months from that phone call, and here I am, well over halfway into my 1,000-mile journey.
That's incredible how that starts off from a phone call. And what I need to ask, you know, for a lot of people who are wondering, how the hell did you get the time off work to do this?
Yeah, I know. I think you automatically, your brain sort of takes you to like, realistically, how does this work? And the biggest one is, how does anyone get the time off work? But it was, I basically sort of went to my work with the idea, and my sort of two managers at the time they were like, we love the idea, mate, go and do it. Just before leaving though, what I will say is that I sort of had some conversations, you know, obviously thinking about my own future and stuff, where I decided to leave just before starting. So I would have had the time anyways, because I'm now technically unemployed while doing this, but you know, they were very accommodating to
Yeah, so obviously, your journey started at Hampden, you know, when you went in this incredible journey. And where's it taking you through so far? And I understand you're in Luxembourg now.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, like doing a journey like this on foot, you know, you see so many places and you go to many sort of small towns and villages and cities that you never find yourself in otherwise. So you really do notice the scale of countries when crossing them on foot, that's for sure. But so far the journey has taken me from Hampden, where I went down the borders, in towards England, where I went over to Newcastle, down towards Hull, where I had to get the ferry because, you know, I can walk a lot, but I can't quite walk on water yet. I've not mastered that one. Had to get the ferry from Hull to Rotterdam, all the way over and down into Belgium, and brought me to here, Luxembourg, where I am right now.
I mean, that's just incredible. What's been the favourite part of your journey up till now?
Oh, it's such a hard question in the sense of putting, you know, a favourite moment on what has been such an amazing journey overall so far. I think if I had to choose one favourite day, it would probably have been. That was a really special day to me as well because two of my best friends
Where was that? Sorry,
came.
it cut off a wee bit, Craig.
Oh yeah, sorry. If we're talking about favourite day, if I had to narrow it down to one, I would probably say my last day in the UK. That was a day that was really, really sort of special to me for many reasons, but mainly because two of my best friends drove down towards Hull to sort of meet me on stage. One of those friends was actually the boy that gave me the idea for the whole challenge. So, Struan, if you're watching this, I mean, thank you for basically putting me here right now. But yeah, so they came down, and it's fair to say that what was meant to be a 20 being a 23-mile pub crawl instead had some drinks along the way, and I really, really did enjoy myself and sort of let my hair down with the boys that day. So I think
I mean, you've obviously been through a couple of different countries so far. What's got the best beer so far?
Oh, good question. Good question. I think some of the Belgian beers were really, to be honest. Yeah, I'll maybe give that one to Belgium.
Yeah, I had a feeling you might say that. Any particular one, or just Belgium in general beats
The
Luxembourg and Holland?
is it Leffy? Leffy, I want to say
Mm,
beer was really nice. Leffy beer was nice, and I remember the night that I got that pint of Leffy was a particularly challenging one, and it makes the beer ever ever so ever when you've had a challenging day and you get that at the end.
fantastic. I'm glad that you're enjoying the beer culture. In terms of your sleeping arrangements, obviously, is it a mixture of Airbnbs and hotels, and are you camping at times, or is it just all hotel stuff?
Yeah, so pretty much when initially planning this, I did actually intend to bring the camping gear with me and stuff, and a couple of nights rough it in the tent. That was the initial plan, but after packing everything for the whole journey, it quickly became apparent to me that there were no way I would have been able to carry everything as well as the camping equipment. So we quickly sort of went back to the drawing hotels, and sort of Airbnbs was going to be the best way going forward, and especially to make sure that I complete this challenge. I have stayed with a few people who have put me up along the way, which has been super nice, but the majority of it has been.
It's, the majority of your stayings has been in Airbnbs and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the majority in hotels and Airbnbs and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, fabulous. And where's the rest of the route going to take you before you end up going to Munich?
So not long now until I'm in Germany, to be honest with you, mate. I've probably only got about 3 more days of walking until I enter Germany, which is a massive milestone for me. I mean, being able to say that you've walked from Glasgow to Luxembourg is a very impressive feat in itself. But obviously with the whole thing being Germany is the final destination, and obviously Munich. But we'll get onto that in a wee second. It'll feel like a big sort of landmark for me, breaking into Germany. But it was funny because when obviously planning this challenge, I didn't first be it because the draw hadn't been done. As we know, the draw got done a little bit after. So I was sitting there and I was going, oh, what city is it going to be? Give me like a Cologne or a Dortmund or something like that. One right beside the sort of Dutch border, and where yeah, Munich got pulled, which is by far the furthest away city it could have been for me to walk to. But I think the fact that it's the opening game makes it ever so much better. It's very fitting that it's the opening game that I'm doing all this for.
Yeah, and so far you've raised very close to 30,000, so 20,525 at the time of recording, so you're getting close to 30,000 mark. How proud of the achievement of this so far? And the charity, I understand, is Brothers in Arms. How important is that charity to you?
Yeah, well, like, mate, to be honest with you, I mean, like I said, the whole thing at the moment has just been so special to me, and the fact that as well as me being on the journey of a lifetime and seeing all these amazing places and meeting amazing people, we've managed to raise just short of £30,000 for such an amazing charity, which is something that not many people can say, but also something that I am so proud of. And like I said, it is a charity that is so close to my heart. Brothers in Arms, for anyone who doesn't know, they're a men's mental in Glasgow, so local charity who aim in preventing male suicide. That's their number one cause, is to prevent male suicide, and raising so much money for such an amazing cause like that is, mate, it's something that I'll forever be proud of, and an achievement that, as well as the whole walking and physical side of things, that I'll eternally be very proud of, mate.
Yeah, and you certainly should be. I mean, it's a phenomenal accomplishment that you've done so far. In terms of the finals themselves, how much are you looking to Germany when you get there? I know you've not got a ticket at this stage, so hopefully someone knows where your
Yeah.
turn somewhere.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm just super excited. Really just sort of embrace myself in the German culture as well, and enjoy the journey, because that's what this whole thing is about. What's the point of me doing a challenge like this and just sort of putting my head down, getting through every day, and not enjoying myself along the way? Because I know it's cliche, mate, but 99% of it is the journey, and if I don't enjoy myself throughout, then what is the point? So when I get to Germany, I'm really looking forward to just sort of beautiful landscapes, as well as the beautiful beers, and meeting loads of people. But in terms of getting there for the actual Euros itself, it's funny because it's a sort of afterthought at the moment. I find myself in days being like, I'm doing all this, then I get this wee spark, and I'm like, you're going to be watching Scotland in the Euros in less than a month, which is just amazing. And it's something that I sort of forget at times, just because I'm so caught up in the day by day. But look, a lot of people my generation, and for a full generation of Scots, I feel like this will be the first proper tournament that everyone will get to enjoy. Euro 2020 was amazing at times, but it was very much clouded with COVID. It didn't feel like the sort of real deal, because, let's be real, it wasn't. And for a full generation of Tartan Army and Scotland fans to be able to properly enjoy this, and I think as well, I speak for everyone when I say that Germany's a brilliant host nation. Yeah, we're going to enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, I think the common consensus is it's almost like the perfect tournament, because it's one proper country. It's Germany. It's famed for its beers. Also, Germans and Scots going well. So, yeah, it is going to be
Yeah.
phenomenal. Just a couple of quick fire questions to try and run this up. So, last week our podcast did a Scotland playlist. What would be your top 3 songs to make a Scotland playlist?
Oh, what a question that is. Right, 3. I'm going to go for iconic. So I think Caledonia has to be in there, 100%.
What version?
I'm going to say, oh, Dougie McLean. Yeah, I've got to, definitely. I will also say, because of the challenge, very fitting, I'm going to stick 500 Miles in there. I'm going to be the Proclaimers. Who would that be, to walk all the way to Germany and not have that song in my sort of playlist? I can't look over the obvious, and I'll stick Flower of Scotland in there as well, because I can't wait for the moment to be belting that out with all the Scotland fans in the opening game.
Fantastic. Obviously, there'll be lots of Scotland fans wearing various versions of kits from bygone eras. What would you say was your top 3 Scotland kits, home or away?
Oh, good question. Now, I might be brutal with actual years here. I'm going to just sort of loosely describe them, but
even if you pick a game that associates them, I think we can identify.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favourite kits, and one of the ones that I've got, is the sort of, I'm not white one with a collar, and it's got the sort of colours coming like across.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favourites, and also it's got a special place in my heart now, because I done my sort of announcement and all my promo stuff for this challenge in that kit. So I remember seeing back to really happy times. I'm going to go an unpopular opinion here. It was such a grower on me, but I actually really like this sort of year's kit. I think the home kit is lovely, and only after buying it and wearing it, I'm like, Yeah, I love this, and also again, maybe because it ties me to so many sort of happy memories and what's to come in the future. And I'll say it was relatively recent. This one, it was the one with the sort of tartan coming across it. What year was that again? It was
Was that 2017 had the white in the shoulder? Is that the one you're talking about? The
yes,
Griffiths
yes,
free.
that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. I remember having that kit as well, and I loved that. You can't go wrong with a bit of tartan and a Scotland kit.
Yeah, that's true. In terms of yeah, yeah. If any Scotland players, if you had to pick three Scotland players to come and meet you when you come and finish off your journey, who would they be and why? Past or present, by
No,
the way.
good question. Um, oh, right. Well, I'm going to go straight off the bat. John McGinn has to be there. He's my favourite Scotland player at the moment. I'm actually a St Mirren fan as well, so I like to say that McGinn was very much brought up Paisley. We made him the player he is today. That's what I'll say. Who else will we go for? Um, I love Ali McCoist as well. I mean, he can come down and greet me. I think he'd be a very good laugh as well. And that sort of finish line, he would definitely be cracking the jokes. And who else would we like that? We've got to go for Robbo as well. I mean, he's the captain of the current squad, and hopefully he's going to captain us to what is going to be a historic campaign. So he's going to be there as well.
Well, SFA, if you're watching this video, give John McGinn and Andy Robertson a wee bit of time off to come and meet Craig when he arrives in Munich on whenever that is, the 12th or 13th. So we'll wait and see. And finally, just to round this interview off, Craig, if for people who want to keep an eye on your journey and to maybe slip in a few quid for your charity, where would they best find you?
Yeah, so amazing for anyone who obviously likes the sound of this challenge. The best way to follow along is either Instagram or TikTok, where I post daily updates all along the journey. So that would be Craig Ferguson _1 for both of them, Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to donate, you have any spare money at all when you want to donate to Brothers in Arms, men's mental health charity, like I mentioned, that would be at Just Giving. I would walk 1,000 miles for men's mental health.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job so far. Well, Craig, thanks very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your journey. Hope your feet aren't too sore by the time you get to Germany, and maybe see if you a pint in there. I think a lot of people will be buying you a pint in Germany or three.
Mate, I'm a lightweight. I'll only be able to hack it.
That's true. Right, thanks again, Craig. Best of luck with your journey.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, man.